Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I just want to say thank you so much again for the 2,500 subscribers. I'm almost at 3K now, and the channel is just growing and growing. So if you're watching this, please take a minute, subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. Now let's get to the video. We've seen how many buy these 5 guns before the end of the world kind of videos. I'm kind of tired of seeing them. I did a really elaborate one a few days ago, and then Iraq Veteran 8888 dropped one, and I'm like, well, I just felt like I was just being a copycat. So I'm going to do top 5 things to get that could be banned. So please enjoy. First up on the list are any guns that are imported from overseas. There's a lot of pistols and rifles that are imported now. With a flick of a wrist, the president could ban the importation of these items. Rifles such as AK variants, and SKSs could no longer be imported. And if they did ban importation of them, the prices would steadily go up and they would be probably a very good investment. Next on the list are AR pistols like this. This, along with the AR-15 rifle, are the next on the chopping block and could be banned. There's legislation now already in the works trying to ban these in some states, and I'm sure towards the end of the year they're going to make a really, really hard push. So I would definitely get them while you could get them. Next on the list is the AR-15 rifle. If you can afford one, definitely get one now. And if you can afford 2, I would get 2. Next is one you're probably not thinking about too much, is certain flags might be getting banned pretty soon. This Gadsden flag, like the one I just got, has been receiving quite a bit of heat lately in the press, and who knows, 6 months to a year down the line, they might say this is a racist symbol or some kind of symbol of hate or anti-government symbol. So if you have a favorite flag that's been getting some heat, I would definitely buy it now before it's history. Next up, we have AR-15 magazines. These are standard capacity magazines. I paid $14 plus tax for these at the local gun store, and I couldn't be happier. It's a very fair price. Now, I wanted to mention real quick to support your local gun stores, because if one day the big box stores decide to stop selling ammo, you're going to be left with local gun stores, and they're going to be few and far between. I could have went online and got these cheaper, but I decided not to do that. There's a very real chance these standard capacity AR-15 magazines that hold 30 rounds could be on the ban block before the end of this year. There's already legislation in a few states looking in that direction. Along with these magazines, I would get standard capacity magazines over 10 rounds of your favorite pistol you have, and I would just stock up wherever you can stock up. And if you're like me and you're broke right now and you can't afford a whole rifle, I can relate to a lot of these guys saying that they don't have any money. I don't have money for another AR-15 right now. I'm pinching pennies myself. But I did scrounge up enough for a complete lower. I paid just about MSRP for this. I think it was $2.99 out the door, or with tax. I'm not quite sure. But with the Magpul stock and the grip, I feel it's a very, very fair price. This stock is actually super tight, and if you notice, zero wiggle at all. I mean, no wiggle, no noise. I love this stock. And if you're like me and you can't afford a whole rifle, and I didn't have enough for the bolt carrier group or the upper, I strongly suggest just buying things in pieces as you can afford them, especially when it comes to a rifle. And if you could only get one rifle right now, get an AR-15. They're very modular, parts are everywhere, and you should have no problem finding things like sights. Again, support your local gun store. Don't go online and buy the cheap knockoff stuff. That's my list. I hope you guys like it. It's not as fancy as some of these videos out. I'm trying to work on my production value a little bit. I really appreciate you guys watching. Till next time.